This video I wanted to talk to you guys about is this rotors that I bought off of AliExpress. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen it out there. The brand is Min. A lot of times it won't have the actual name listed on it, but you'll be able to tell them apart for the oil stain color on it, and they're very appealing when you first look at them. However, I wanted to tell you guys the problem that I've noticed running the brakes now for about 200 miles, and that is that this is not an actual oil slick, uh, I guess, stain that they put on there, or ionized paint. As an actual paint, and you'll be able to tell that the actual brake pads actually bite into it, so the braking process of the rotors will actually damage your brake pads because the paint will tend to heat up and cake onto the actual resin of your brake pad. And so that's something to consider. I wanted to share with you guys something that happened to me, and that was running the brakes for the first time on a long downhill section, and that is my front brake actually ignited and caught on fire. I'm not exaggerating, there was actual fire from the material that they put on the rotors that had combusted and caught on fire. So that's something to consider. Again, these are the brakes that you'll normally find on AliExpress for around $14 or so. And so, do I recommend it? Yes. If you have a pair of brake pads that you want to throw away, and just so that you can get the paint off, or if you want to get the paint off yourself prior to breaking in the new pads, sure, they work great. They have moderate stopping power. When they send you the box, something that is very peculiar and funny I consider was that it says not intended for downhill use, only trail riding. And I think that's mostly because of the amount of material that you find on the rotor itself. I'm running centers on the back and organic on the front. I wouldn't recommend running centers on prolonged downhill, so keep that in mind. And again, keep that in mind that they're not designed for downhill like it specifically says on the box. So, something that I wanted to share with you guys. I'll try to leave the link down below so you guys can recognize these brakes, or if you guys are interested in purchasing them. They're a good investment if you want to experiment with brake rotors, and they are pretty light. They haven't bent, and they don't tend to overheat. They actually have they cool very well off on the sand downhills. It's just that initial break-in that you'll have to actually change your brake pads. You'll have to get new brake pads because the paint will cake into the ones that you break it in with. So keep that in mind, and yeah.